Go and try that Aussie metal guy here with crank.com and with that metal station coming in with a little late with the intro. But today I'm getting to have a chat with Leonard Cerzosie Jr. Some of you may also know him from The Infinite Staircase, which is a killer band that was around a bit in the 90s there, and recently had that EP a few years ago, which was a really cool EP. And
Thanks, man.
the new project for you is Lenne, man, which is really, really cool. It's got you, Morgan, I believe Corey was in there as well, Jim Taylor. Can you tell me a little bit about how this project started for you, mate?
Yeah, it's one of those wild things that, music is definitely the salvation of my existence. My mother, unfortunately, got diagnosed with ALS. And then the process of her passing away was just brutal. And Morgan, he was like, come out to Atlanta and let's write some songs about this, kind of like let's save your ass a little bit. Yeah. Honestly, that's how this started. It was really like Morgan being like, come out to Atlanta and let's figure out how to, write some music about what just happened. That's really how this project Lenne started. It was just like, oh, what do we do now? My mother just passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. And, everything was just so weird and crazy. And, as you can imagine.
I can imagine.
And Morgan was very much like, you and your dad come out to Atlanta, stay at my house, and let's hit Corey's studio and just, let's write some stuff. And that's kind of what happened. And at first, it was going to be like a song or two that we're just going to do. And then at one point, I think Morgan was actually like, why don't we make this a thing?
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay, let's make this a thing. So Letting You Down wasn't the first song we wrote together, but it was the one that we were like, this should be the single. And then we have at least 8 more songs ready to rock, a couple of videos and stuff. But Letting You Down was the first one that we were like, this is a good representation of what we're trying to do, at least,
Yeah.
So Morgan Rose has been a huge influence. Sevendust, I remember seeing Sevendust on MTV back in the day and having posters on my wall. I'm not even kidding, Black Label Society and all these guys that now I get to actually work with and stuff. It's kind of like crazy. And it's the music and just the raw emotion that brings everybody together. Honestly, the music community is so small. Hell, like we're literally we couldn't be further away from each other right now, right? Me and you right now, right? And here we are talking, and music is the thing that's bringing us together. So I mean, it's lovely in my opinion. And you have a lovely accent. And every time you say mate, I'm like, to an American, when someone says mate, it's just so cool.
Yeah, I know. I do it a lot. It's just that Aussie thing, eh? And I do that good day.
I love it.
I do a good day a lot. And sometimes I've jumped in and I've like had the whole band go, "G'day" back and that laugh doing it as well.
No, that's great. No, I do love it. I read this funny article actually just the other day. It was like, this is how you tell an American when they're when they're traveling. If they're wearing a baseball cap, a fanny pack, and saying bro. And I couldn't help but laugh, like, oh my God. Yeah, that's an American right there.
Yeah, I do the bro thing a lot as well, because like I think of music, music's always played a massive part in my life as well as yours, I'm sure, and it's one thing that I've always escaped to. So when I'm talking to people, it's always bro or something, because I consider it one big metal family, one big community. And as you're saying, it brings us all a lot closer. I recently went through a really tough time and with my with something in my family as well, kind of similar to you with your mother and that. And it's a really, really tough thing to go through, to watch someone you love with all your heart and just slowly fade away. And I understand that, man. It's I do feel your pain, bro. I really, really do feel your pain. But I was the same. I've dived into music and trying to keep as busy as I can, because you do try and keep as busy as you can, and to be able to have music, to be able to create and put those raw emotions in is really a cathartic experience as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm with you 1,000,000%. I hear you. I feel you. And isn't it amazing? That's what we do. That's, I think, my buddy Jimmy and I talk all the time about this. Like, we play and listen to fairly serious music, but on the side, we're actually pretty goofy and everything, because the music lets you get, that's why I like heavy metal and stuff like that, and whatever you want to categorize stuff these days. I mean, the categories are so broad now. I mean, back in the day, Jesus, it was was it heavy metal, hardcore, punk? These days, I feel like a lot of the labels have kind of dissipated a little bit. People are just kind of into the emotional part of it. So when you have this like this music that lets you get that out, then you're able to be like this on the side and have your coffee and chill and whatnot, you know, because you have that outlet, right? I don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
you're
wild,
spot
you
on.
know.
You're spot on. And talking about the genres, it's crazy now with all the different genres. You almost need, like, I almost need an encyclopedia because I'm a media. I hate doing it, but it's something I have to do. You almost need a little, wait up, there we go. That's that genre. There's about 500 million different genres.
Oh my goodness, right?
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
annoying when you see metalheads all kind of fighting off against each other and that, because the scene's not big enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think
Oh
metal
yeah.
is that. We're not on the same level as that pop shit or some of that fucking other stuff. You know, it kind of does my head in a little bit sometimes with that infighting with each other and that. And it's like, no, I
Yep.
listen to this type. For me, I love hard rock. I like crank a lot of hard rock. I listen to a lot of metal, listen to a lot of punk. It's and I jump around all over the place. It's an absolute joy for me to be able to chat to guys like you as well. And when I first come across that Letting You Down single, I was really blown away. I really enjoyed the heck out of it. You know what I mean? The songwriting,
Thank you.
the musicianship, and I shouted around and I was like, this is really cool. And Sean is like, hey, you down for a chat? And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely down for a
That's
chat.
awesome.
It's
How
really
cool is she, by the way, Shauna?
yeah, she is really cool. She's doing some good
She's
things, getting the
awesome.
word out all over the world with some of these bands, which is great to
Oh my
see.
goodness. I've been blessed to have been introduced to her. Goodness. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I appreciate that. You know, I really do appreciate it. It's funny though, like you're saying with the genres and everything. We, you know, we've been talking to a lot of different people, predominantly heavy metal websites. And I have a, you know, I love heavy metal, you know, there is, but it's weird, like you said, like when you say, well, what does heavy metal mean? You know, so then when you hit play on our song, Letting You Down, it does definitely not start out with any chuggas or anything.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't start out like, you know, Master of Puppets or anything like that. You know, God bless. So it's one of those things where I do love having people like open-minded to listen for a second and see where it's going to go, because it does get a little, we get a little heavy in there, and we have a lot of stuff coming out too. But we also have acoustic stuff too. It's just one of those things. I think every metalhead in their heart loves acoustic music too. I mean, come on,
I've been cranking a lot of like that folk kind of stuff with Amigo the Devil and things like that as well. It's bloody cool as well. And I was talking to Marty from the Lonely Ones, and he turned me on to some good bluegrass music as well. I done an interview with him. We end up talking about bluegrass and all sorts of different other music. And because Marty's with Imagen Records as well, which is with Morgan there as well. So that's
we're all connected. It's like we said earlier, such a small community. The music community, like a lot of people have asked me over the years, like, well, how do you know so and so and this and that? I'm like, well, it's a community. It's so tight actually, and once you know somebody or make a name for yourself in some degree, and for lack of a better phrase, don't be a dick.
Yes,
people are going to, you know, but the flip side of that is, if you're a dick, people are going to remember that too, and you're not going to be, you know, I mean, I appreciate the moderate success I've had. Nowhere near some of these icons, nowhere near. But I enjoy being able to say, hey, these are my friends, and we have worked together and toured together, and I'll keep doing it, you know. Yeah. As long as I could, you know, buy a t-shirt and pants, I'll keep doing whatever I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I do. I wouldn't know what to do with myself otherwise. You know, I wouldn't know what else to do.
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. How you said, like, it's a small community, and if you're not a dick, like I've done over 240 of these now, and no one kind of knew me, and I don't go towards that clickbait gutter journalism that some of these guys do. That the bigger media publications, and they only only ever cover the tip of the iceberg. For me, it's about having genuine conversations, meeting cool people. And I was the same with Sevendust. I was a huge Sevendust fan. I got to meet I got to interview LeJean and John Connolly, and I even interviewed Corey as well a little while ago.
They're great. LJ, come on, man. LJ just coolest.
He was. It was really cool to have a chat with him as well, So, and then Corey Lowery, I interviewed him when he done the Seether one. So I was
Seether's killing it right now. Seether's got like the #1 US song right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how they chart, otherwise, but right now Seether's crushing it. And I can't believe I'm like, I know that guy. It is one of those funny things, when I was recording, and he was, I'll tell you a real quick funny story about Corey. When I first met him in Atlanta, I walked into the studio with a bottle of bourbon, 1/4 ounce of weed. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm just like, here we go. And he was like, bro, calm down, drink some water, hydrate, calm down. Like, you're like, what are you doing? You're like, look, man, I've played some arenas that I don't even remember. You're like, I want you to remember the session. And I really appreciated that. I was like, you know what, man? Now I still drank the bourbon and smoked the weed, but I'm just saying.
yeah. That album they done on that C-Viz pack and Parabellum, I think it was a really good album as well.
It's wild stuff. It's really good stuff. I was actually, a funny story too. I was sitting next to Corey when he got the call from Seether, like with the official call, and he looks at he's like, I think I have to buy a new guitar. He's like, I'm going on the road with Seether, and his career is just impressive.
Saint Sonia, and he's played in so many great bands as well, and he's a super cool guy. Can you tell me a little bit about what that session was like? You're all in there working together. How did it all go? Tell me a little bit about your songwriting process. Did you have these tracks written ready to go, or was this something you all kind of got in there and nodded out together? Or
we did it mostly together. There were a couple of like acoustic ideas that because I always play, almost every song starts out acoustic.
Yep.
Like whatever, that's how, or piano or something. But a lot of the times, believe it or not, my traveling from New York to Atlanta, I would get stuck at the terminals oftentimes, and we'd just be hitting each other back and forth, in the whole cell, like, hey, check out this riff, hey, check out this, and then so by the time I would hit the studio, we'd already have some riffs, but then we'd talk about, well, what do you want this song to be about? And we'd throw out some, at the time, even Corey's father had recently passed away. So we all had all these heavy things. And anybody who knows Morgan Rose too, by the way, he's an emotional guy too, and a dramatic dude too. So we were all just like, let's get in there, and we cried together and shit and whatever. And so Letting You Down wasn't even the first one we did. I even wrote this one song about, I shouldn't say names. So somebody's ex-girlfriend. I wrote this song about, and so that was another. So yeah, there's always something. So a lot of people ask, what do you write your music about? Like, well, whatever the craziest thing happening in my life right now is what we write about. So if it happens to be your ex-girlfriend just showed up at your house on a Sunday night, not realizing I was there, and I was. So that, crazy stuff like that. But for the most part, though, we do actually dig in and ask each other, like, what do you really want this song to be about?
Yeah.
Without going into too much, because you want to let the listener also feel whatever, so we use a little bit of symbolism, like a lot of different things that it means something to me personally, but you might take it a different way, which is fine. That's the whole thing about music and art in general, right? I mean,
yep.
Even Aussie, I think over these, like, I'm a big Aussie fan, and he always said, I think over the years, like, I don't like to tell people what my songs are about because I want them to interpret them, the way they interpret them, type of thing, But we definitely did dig deep and we're all grown men now, and just kind of like, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, and that's a sign of some good songwriting as well. I've spoken to quite a few musicians where they're the same. You can write a song that's really emotional to them, but then the listener can take it on as well. It's written in a way that each person can really relate to that song, and that's what I found with this Letting You Down. And I'm kind of excited about where this is going to go for you all as well going forward. What's the plan? Do you have a rough plan of attack? How are you going to do this? You're going to release some singles slowly and then drop an album, or?
Yeah, pretty much. That's personally, I feel just because I have a little bit of a attention issues where I would love to just release everything right now.
Yeah.
But Morgan and the label think we should do like a single a month maybe, and then an EP and or album. But I would love if I get the call tomorrow that say, hey, we're just going to release all these songs now. Because I have a hard time keeping secrets. I like sharing music. That's what I do. So anytime I have songs that like, don't share this yet, I'll be emailing people on the side. Trust me. Hey, don't tell anybody I sent you this. So we do have a lot of stuff coming out though. And I'm happy to be working with Morgan and Imagen. And I'm excited to see where it goes, but we do have right now at least 6 songs like ready to be released tomorrow, but another album's worth after that if anybody cares. That's part of the thing. It's hard. It's one thing with the internet and stuff like this, like you and I can talk like this. I mean, it's insane that we can talk like this and share like this. It's so amazing. But at the same time, it's hard to get the attention that you need, and also for the label to keep interested in moving on with this project, so that's why sometimes you do just need support, that word support.
I use it a lot too.
Right?
I use it a lot, Lenny.
Yeah, I hear it. But we need it. It's one of those things. And it's also sometimes you got to remind everybody, hey, we all love the music, but it's a process. It's a real big process to get the music out and stuff.
These days a lot of things have been forgotten in support due to these damn streaming cycles, and I understand why Morgan's releasing a single and a single, and he wants to do it that way, and Imagen wants to do it that way. And it's a great way to do it because the streaming services are fucking destroying the scene a lot as well, and artists and bands too, because they're expected to make this amazing music. And I come from a generation where is give and take. These albums would drop, you go buy them, and you'd go on a journey with the band, and you would really support the band. And that's really getting forgotten now. People think just because they listen to you on Spotify, that's support. That's not fucking support. That's lining some fucking corporate motherfucker sitting in there who's really just taking advantage of the artists and the music industry. And yeah, it's great to get your music out, and it's great to have ears all around the world, but it's not gonna pay your bills, and it's not gonna pay for recording sessions. It's not gonna pay for that guitar. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? And the people really need to get along and support bands, i.e. buy albums, buy merch, buy the singles, go along. And when the live industry kicks off, I know we need it more now than bloody ever to go to band, because there's bands that have got through this, but there are other bands that have had to kind of end and quit and call it a day because they've got a whole team behind them as well. And if you can't support yourself and feed yourself, and you're expected to work your ass off making these albums and just go, there you go. Like for me, it seems a bloody, it really seems a joke. And people need to kind of wake up a little bit on where they are, and do they really want to see the metal scene grow, and do they want to see the rock scene grow? Do they want to see their punk scene grow? And if so, it means supporting the bands, supporting the artists going forward.
It is true. I mean, it's so true. I think it's difficult though for a lot of artists to kind of put exactly out what you're saying without having people be like, well,
yeah,
F you piece of, type of thing. You're just, but no, it is true. I remember some years back, Sammy Hagar put out an album, and he was like, we spent $500,000 on this album and made 10,000 back. And it's one of those things. It's like, look, people, I mean, it does take a lot of money to record and release and master music. It really, like, if you want to hear that bottom end that you love, you know, that Pantera bottom end, it takes production, you know, and gear and time and all that. And we know that, you know, and yeah.
And the sound quality as well, shit. I was just chatting to Tommy Concrete last night, and we were talking about it's shit on Spotify. You know what I mean? It's just shitty sounding quality. And I assure you, if you've only been listening to an artist on Spotify, if you go out and buy the album and put that in your fucking stereo, you'll be like, wow.
Oh yeah.
You know, and we were
way different. Yep.
We were chatting about Bandcamp as well, because that's a platform I like to use a lot. I spend a lot of money on Bandcamp. I've got a huge collection over there as well, because that you can get the flat quality as well. You get the top quality. You buy the album. You're supporting the artist as well. And if you want to have that digital copy, you can still have it on your phone. Listen to it anytime you like, and you know that you've supported the artist. And for me, that's a really, really important thing. And the good thing about the metal community is, we have a lot of fucking people jumping over those stream services, but there's also a lot of metalheads that are like me, buying merch, buying a shit ton of shirts, you know what I mean? And, you know, exactly. I've got a big rack of black shirts just here.
Serious. My wardrobe is band swag. As long as I can remember, you know, for sure.
Yeah,
it's so true, man. I'm with you 1,000,000%, man.
It's the way to go. And then getting along and you know, buying the thing from as we're talking about merch, you got to buy the fucking shirts from the band or the label or whatever, whoever's working with as well. What was I going to say? Who done the art for that single there, man?
The artwork is actually our buddy Steve. He works for the label Imagen, Steve Nathan. So he's our radio guy and our video guy and everything. He's been super cool. He's got a band, Don't Believe in Ghosts, under Imagen as well. And we're all, it's like we keep bringing up the word community and support and everything. And that's the whole thing, is we're all just trying to support each other and there's so many of us doing it and trying to do it. And not like, you know, it's not like anybody's necessarily trying to be the next rock star. It's just, this is actually what we do. This is what we think about all the time, what we dream about. You know, when we wake up, it's what we do. It's what we practice all day. So it's just nice to be able to have, you know, interaction, community support, friends, of course, and all that kind of stuff. And now that live shows are coming out again, I actually got invited to a couple of live shows coming up soon in our area that I'm just so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't played in a while. This is going to be really fun.
Because playing live is a big part of what we do in the industry, especially as I was mentioning with these streaming services. When you go play live, you have that connection with your fans, and then they go over, they buy merch, and sometimes some people aren't there to see you, and they see you for the first time, and they walk away, go, fuck, that's awesome. Then they got to buy the shirt, the CD, then they go back and tell 20 of their buddies, like, you have to check this out, and then you get that word of mouth, and there's miss that live connection as well.
No, you're right. You're so right. And that's a fun feeling too, when you do see people in the live, like my first real tour, I got to open up for Black Label, Sevendust, and Dope. That was the lineup. And my band, The Infinite Staircase, got to open up for them for about 6 weeks. And first show we played in Iowa, these young kids approached us. They're like, we don't have any money because we just bought like $60 worth of BLS vests, you know. And we're like, hey, here's a t-shirt, here's a CD, and I swear to God, some of these people are still friends with us to this day. Like, we remember when you were in Iowa that one time and gave us t-shirts and CDs for free, you know? So there was something to be said about being humble and about being, you know, just being true and just being sincere and playing the music. You know, the music is what brings us together. It's what we do. It's, you know, it's why we're talking. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's an absolute amazing scene to be part of. And rock is strong, as I hate hearing people. I see it. I fucking hate social media sometimes. I get on there because it's the nature of the beast. And this is what we do to promote the music and everything else, because the audience is there. But I think some of these music sites are just absolute fucking piles of shit and don't do nothing for the scene. I keep seeing these posts about metal's dead, rock's dead. It's like, no, it's not. It's going so fucking strong. I talk to
Yeah.
amazing rock artists like yourself who are bringing out these fucking albums. You know, you got the Lonely Ones. I've chatted to so many great rock bands the last year and a half or 4 years I've been doing this, but not only that, the metal scene is so strong. People just need to stop living in the past and really getting onto what's happening now, because the artists today are just as good as they ever bloody were.
I agree with you. I mean, I think you put that beautifully. I think there's more music out there than ever before. Really good music. There's some amazing artists out there that I even know, like local guys, even that it's just there's a lot of really, if you're looking for music, it's there. You don't need you know, I mean, it's been a long time since I turned on like a radio station or something, like the regular American radio station, you know what I mean? Because now it's just the same old crap. But if you go on the internet and look up music, you can find some amazing stuff. You know? That's but it's that's also like hit and miss too, because it's hard for artists to actually be, you know, stand out, because there's literally the world out there now. I mean, it's amazing. But at the same time, I have found, I mean, I've been to Mexico City twice, just playing music, and the people in Mexico City were just amazing.
They are, aren't they?
That I didn't even realize too. I had no idea, and they were just amazing. Such a cool culture and cool people, and they loved the music, and they treated me like a goddamn rock star, and I'm very much not. But it was just like, man, you know. So there are people in the world that want music, and here we are delivering it. Let's do it. Let's support each other. Let's, you know, make love, not war, type of thing. You know, I mean, I've been called all sorts of things over the years for, like, I just, you know, bleeding heart liberal type of stuff. I just believe that everybody should just take care of each other.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, be nice. I don't know. Like,
we
make love, not war. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. In Australia, I know you aren't big swearers over there, but we swear a lot over here in Australia. And we got this saying, it's like, don't be a shit cunt, be a good cunt. Hey, nobody likes a shit cunt.
Oh God, I'm posting that tonight. Don't be a shit cunt. Yeah. That's the best. Here, I was actually worried because I'm a New Yorker, so I actually do curse quite a bit, and I've been. So it's funny that you say that, because I was trying to be on my best behavior, but you just said shit cunt, so you trumped me. Well, and by trumped, I mean not trumped. Oh my God,
I know what you mean. Yeah, we're synonymous for swearing. It's really, really bad as well. I watched this one thing on YouTube about this American who was living in Australia and was talking about it. He's going, Aussies, they swear a lot.
It's terrible. I love it. Shit cunt. Don't be a shit cunt. Okay.
That's it. I reckon we're going to leave it there, Lenny, because that's the perfect place to leave this interview. Don't be a shit cunt, dude.
I think that was perfect. Oh man,
everyone go check out Lenny, grab the new single Letting You Down, you know, fucking crank it, turn up loud for the neighbors, keep your eyes and ears peeled, because these guys are going to have some great material coming out. Lenny, this has been an absolute pleasure to meet you, man. I want to have another chat too when you've got the next lot to release, man. Let me know, and we will fucking do this again. Any last words, shout outs, thank yous you'd like to add in there, my friend?
Just want to thank you, and of course Shauna, for introducing us. But thank you, man. This was fun. I was really looking forward to this, and you did not disappoint at all. I hope I did not disappoint either. Man. But it was a lot of fun talking to you, man. I mean, this is cool stuff. So God bless everyone, and everybody just take the shit out of yourself. Just relax.
That's it. Awesome, brother. Cheers, mate.